Hey everyone, welcome back to Medieval Engineers. It's Tuesday, which means another update for the game. Coming at you right now is update 2.008. As you can see right off the bat, we have these nice little wall sconces now for torches, provide a little bit of lighting. Don't provide too much lighting right now. Devs are still working on lighting. They worked a little bit on it this patch, but for these wall torches, they don't look too good right now, so we're going to go back to our gameplay settings. As you can see, we now have a day-night cycle toggle. So they've officially added day-night cycle, another step towards survival, where time will progress in normal fashion. You can turn it off and on in creative mode, and still adjust your normal sun settings like you normally would. If you're creating a new world, you can adjust how long you want each day to be, and you can also adjust the ratio between day and night, how long the night is compared to the day, whether you want the day to be 70% and the night to be 30% or whatever. If you want longer nights than you have days, you can do that, so you can set up your worlds nice like that. Anyway, we're in the Patch Museum for update 2.008. They added a few extra blocks for us to play around with. We have if I can remember the names of these, Stone Wall Window Center and the Stone Wall Door Center. Basically, it's 2 blocks long and it's just a normal stone wall right next to another stone wall, except for right in between them we get the window and the door. So, pretty much just a decorative type thing to add a little more flair to your buildings and such, so you could get the windows and doors right in the middle like that if you want. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I've not messed around with them too much, so I can't really say one way or another if I like them or not. But moving on to the next thing, this I do like. It is the Stone Battlement Triangle, which can be used to not cap off, but well, I'll be showing you in a minute what you can do with them exactly, but they're mainly for roofs on buildings. Moving on, we have our first wooden structures that you can place into the game. These are, again, everything can be found in the toolbar configuration menu here. These are the Blank Tower Empty and the Wood Support. And these are wooden blocks, but they act like a full block. So as you can see, if I wanted to, I could place a stone block cube on top of these. They act as a large block instead of individual tiny log pieces. So taking another step towards that, you can use them to help you build your wooden structures up with the dynamic blocks, the timber pieces and everything. I'm guessing they'll be used a lot in survival mode as scaffolding to help you get around to build up your stone walls and everything. But pretty cool little addition there. Coming up next, we have the wall sconce torch, like I showed you over the start. So that's nice instead of having, let's see, where's the torch? Before then, you would just have to have the regular torch stand pointed straight out like that, which gives off more light, yes, but it's kind of funky looking just pointing straight out like that. So I like how they added the wall torch now. I just hope that it gets improved to give off a little bit more light than it currently does. Next, we have this flag, which you may be saying, we already had the flag. That's true, we had a blue flag. This one's red. We come over here, they've added a few more wall banners, and they now have 2 varieties, blue and red. So we have those so you can spruce up your castle a bit more, fly your colors, all that. Now you may be looking at this pile of junk and saying, Trust, what are you doing? Every other room was nice and clean. Why didn't you just remove all this trash like you did before? Well, there's a reason I didn't, and that's because it's not trash. Alright, it actually is trash. debris, just, filthy, messing up the place. But it's an update as well. As you can see, at the end of these main blocks at the top here, we have scrap wood and scrap branches. These 4 pieces here is the scrap wood, and these are the scrap branches. And then if we scroll down to here, next to our large projectiles, you can see stone, which you can't place against something, but you can drop it in dynamic mode. So if I were actually playing as the character, I could run into these and knock them around, but I just have them sitting there for display. So, yes, it is trash. It is, filth, debris, shouldn't be there, but it's there purposefully. So I guess now you can build more quote-unquote realistic areas, I guess. You can have scraps and trees and boulders and stuff lying around in your town square and stuff. As far as I know, it's strictly for, like, decoration purposes. I'm not sure. Maybe these are, maybe this is the first iteration for resource collecting. Maybe this is what the wood will look like when you chop down the trees and take it back to be processed into timbers and such. I don't know. That would be my guess, because as it seems too early in development for them to be coming out with these strictly decoration pieces without any real purpose. I can understand, like, the chairs and the tables and the barrels, because otherwise everything would just be really empty and blank. But for stuff like this, outdoors, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But boulders do make sense, but we'll get to that in a minute. Right now I'm going to show you what these battlement pieces here are used for. So if we come back to our character, we're inside my castle here. Haven't really worked out anything further with my castle yet. Oh, that's weird. Sun settings are a bit finicky for me. I haven't been quite able to figure them out, but the moon is out, and you can actually see a lot of the stars out, even though the sun's out. Don't really... I have no idea how to work the sun settings effectively, so I have no idea how to make it back to the way it was normal. But anyway, back to these battlement pieces. Going to make just a quick little structure here to show you what they're used for. No, not that. Yeah, that's one more thing I wanted to mention with these new center pieces for the walls. Since they're 2 blocks long, you can actually cut them in half, and you can have, like, half a window or half a door. I haven't quite figured out a way to use it creatively, like to make a corner or whatever, but I'm sure someone will. I'm not too into the whole construction thing. As I've said many times before, in creative mode. Once it gets into survival, I'll be more interested in how to do things creatively, but till then, back to the project. Build out this little thing here. Not sure how this is going to turn out. I think I set that up initially wrong. Anyway. As you can see, there's a little plus sign on this. That means you can flip it around, just like a lot of other pieces for the mirrored side. So, this is what they showed in the dev video for the update, as this is basically the same exact structure they had in the dev video. This is what this block was designed for. I'm sure people will come up with a ton of other different uses for it. But, there you go. That's essentially what it's designed for. This little piece that's coming out like this isn't supposed to be there. I think, again, the way I constructed the walls is kind of messing with it, but it's basically to have protected roof on your structures, so you can have, like, little outcroppings on your walls for like chapels and stuff like that. It looks very much like a monastery to me without that roof piece there. To have the tall stone battlement front and then the roofing behind it. It looks very much like a chapel or cathedral type setup. So it looks nice, but it's very singular in purpose so far in my mind. Again, I haven't played too much with it yet, so I haven't really seen what else I can do with it. There's one other thing that they added in this update, which is, if you look on my toolbar in the number 9 slot, you will see a pickaxe. Again, they've made a strive towards survival. If I can remember my key shortcuts. They've made another step towards survival. They've added the pickaxe, which you can use as just a regular old weapon to knock around barbarians with. Or you can actually dig now. Takes a few hits to break through, but you can see that's what the stone blocks I had in the museum come from. Is from mining. So you can actually mine through stone now. There's no real purpose to it, since survival isn't very far along, and in creative you can just do the terrain, the voxel hands to mess with terrain, but it's a step towards survival, which I'm really excited about. You can't do anything with these stones yet. You can't, like, pick them up or move them around or anything. You can't kick them around, so, you know, medieval soccer with stone balls. Don't try to head it. But yeah, it's another step towards survival, which is mining, which I'm really excited about. Hopefully we'll see a little bit of improvement on it. Hopefully get some ores added into the game, and maybe some refinement system, like a furnace or something along those lines to get this going. I guess ores would be a lot further down the line, like iron. Because currently the only thing you would need iron for is the hammer, mace, and pickaxe. You could argue, like, wooden structures, you would need nails, I guess, which that's a lot further down the line. Basically, we mine stone and we build stone buildings. That's what it feels like they're heading towards in survival development right now, so they know better than I do how to push the game forward. So leave it to them. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much the update. That's one other thing that I'm not showing is they did do some improvements to the barbarian pathing system. So now, if there's more than one way to the king's, if there's an open path to the king's statue, but there's a wall between them and the king's statue, they'll actually go around the wall instead of just running into the wall and then smashing it apart and then getting confused and stuck and killing themselves. So there's been some improvement to the AI, which is nice. It's starting to come along a little bit better. And just one tiny little thing that I wanted to point out is I never noticed this before. I don't know if they just put it in this update. A little bit of a leak here, but you can see you can highlight the ends of these barrels. You can't do anything to them. Pressing T does absolutely nothing. But you can highlight them, like you can use them. Can't use them yet, but in a future update, it looks like we might have little storage barrels coming up. Anyway, that's just speculation on my part. Hope you liked the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for watching. Enjoy your day.